even asked this question, but the president-elect chose to attack you, blaming you for this.
One can't even respond to it. I mean, people are literally fleeing. People have lost their lives. Kids lost their schools. Families completely torn asunder. Churches burned down. This guy wanted to politicize it. I have a lot of thoughts, and I know what I want to say. I won't. I stood next to a president of the United States of America today, and I was proud to be with Joe Biden. And he had the backs of every single person in this community. He didn't play politics, didn't try to divide any of us.
Finally, your message to the folks here.
Wow, this is American morality at its finest. This is how you actually get to build empires. Like, let me tell you a story. Imagine you're asking your dad for the keys to his car. And your dad gives you the keys. You got your first vehicle, and he says, son, I want you to drive safe. And so you take the car, and you go and you play Need for Speed with it. And then you absolutely wreck the car. And when your father sees it, he is horrified. And he is like, son, what have you done? And now you get to say, Dad, now is not the time to politicize it. I can't even. Powerful mindset. Again, like you can use this excuse and get out of almost any situation. Like if there's something that requires the responsibility of leadership, you first deny the fact that what you're doing can be wrong. And if it actually is proven that what you did is wrong, now is not the time to politicize it. You need to repeat the magic phrase. And you also need to have like a lot of feminine energy while doing it. What gender is Newsom? I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter because gender is what a human being wants to be within that moment. So whatever Newsom identified as such, he projected a lot of feminine energy. Like, listen to this. This is fascinating. Like, I should show it to my wife. Like, she would be more attractive if she does this. Look here.
Fleeing. How we rebuild this community, but right now we're in this mitigation phase.
You for this.
One can't even respond to it. I mean, people are literally fleeing. People have lost their lives. Kids lost their schools. Families completely torn asunder. Churches burned down. This guy wanted to politicize it. I have a lot of...
He can't even, right? He has a lot of thoughts, and you have the facial expression, but he will not even. So in other words, I'm not going to politicize it, and then you politicize it. Powerful. Powerful. Exactly what I would expect from a politician.
Thoughts, and I know what I want to say. I won't.
Right? So, like, I have a lot of things to say that would decimate you. Like, they would crush you under the weight of guilt. But I restrain myself. See, this is... Like, did you guys have a girlfriend, or are you all incels? This is how a lot of ladies conduct arguments. Like, I have so much to say right now that would absolutely destroy the human spirit. But I won't.
I
won't politicize it, but instead, Joe Biden, strong. Democrats, together, strong.
President of the United States of America today, and I was proud to be with Joe Biden.
See, I gotta say, dropping the name of Joe Biden in 2025, has anyone else besides Newsom done it? Like he's probably the loyal servant, the one individual that still remembers that Joe Biden is the president of the United States. Like, even in Romania, people don't mention Joe Biden. It's like Trump, 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 Trump. Sometimes Kamala Harris. But, like, never Joe Biden. It's like... I would think that someone that doesn't want to politicize it would just say something like, come on, now is not the time. I'll address it later. What Trump said, maybe later. But now is not the time. Now we're focusing on something else. But that's not feminine. We got the feminine energy. All right. And so we've got Gavin on Twitter, Elon Musk's platform. Is he one of those Democrats that think Elon Musk is the president? Because it's confusing. Like, some of them are actually saying President Elon, President Elon. I don't know if Gavin is part of those team, but he did go on Elon's platform and he posted, says, as you prepare to assume the presidency once more, I invite you to come to California. The hundreds of thousands of Americans displaced from their homes and fearful for the future deserve to see us all working together in their best interests, not politicizing a human tragedy. Again, like the politicizing. You don't. I think that Trump should go there and work together. After all, in order to stab someone in the back, you first have to go behind them. But I've been on YouTube for a while, and I did cover American politics with extreme interest. And I do remember that Trump did actually go to California. Believe it or not, I actually like Gavin Newsom as a charismatic individual. He is American. Like when I see Gavin Newsom, I see that level of arrogance. I see that level of femininity, and I'm like, yeah, no, this is California. This is California. And so I do follow, especially when he meets with right-wingers. And you have like here one of these examples, right? Like when Trump actually did go to California. This was in his first presidency. You can see that the man is a little bit younger. I think this was 2018. It was 2018. Look here.
Cleaned out and protected. You got to take care of the floors. You know, the floors of the forests. Very important.
Look at the face Gavin is making. He's trying to internalize what Trump is saying. Do you think he managed? Do you think he understood the wisdom of working together? He wasn't politicizing it here, or was he? I don't know. I mean, he is the president of the United States. Everywhere he goes, he politicizes everything.
You look at other countries where they do it differently, and it's a whole different story. I was with the president of Finland, and he said, we have a much different, we're a forest nation. He called it a forest nation. And they spend a lot of time on raking and cleaning and doing things, and they don't have any problem. And when it is, it's a very small problem. So I know everybody's looking at that, to that end, and it's going to work out.
I don't think he internalized what Trump was trying to say there. I don't think like Gavin was like, maybe I should look into this Finland thing. Forest country. What the fuck is that? Let's see how they deal with things. But still, the concept of politicizing a tragedy, that's... we don't have this in Europe. In Europe, when you have a tragedy, it's who gets to make the best joke. Literally. While the tragedy is happening, if possible. It's called gallows humor. Or dark humor. It's dark magic. It taints the American soul. They don't like that. If you make a joke about a tragedy, you can get banned on social media. But seriously, like every single time there's a tragedy, what Europeans do, especially in Eastern Europe, we rush towards the pubs. Like every time there's a tragedy, a lot of bartenders are happy because like the pubs get filled with people, and they all start joking. And like some of the best jokes that you can hear are literally during the like while the tragedy is happening, people are already joking, right? So that you can't accuse them of joking after the tragedy. No, they're joking during it. And this is our mindset. So the mindset of the Americans is foreign to me. It's like, do not politicize a tragedy. Because I noticed that every single time that there's a mass shooter, while the shooting is happening, they're politicizing it. It's like, oh, we need to ban semi-automatic, fully assault weapons, ghost guns of war. We need to pass legislation, ban, take away, remove, restrict. Is that not politicizing it? Probably not. During COVID, we need to mask up, lock people in their homes, like push them, like make sure we punish the ones that are the betrayed. Make a hotline where you rat your neighbor. Like, wasn't that politicizing the tragedy? Like CNN, COVID cases, COVID deaths, death, murder. Censorship, more censorship, more. Was that not politicizing it? Huh? January 6th, policy, more policy, even more policy. Make YouTube ban people that would suggest that there were malarkey in the election. Ban, more policy. But January 6th, huge tragedy, worse than 9/11. And so, a little bit confused. Do tragedies get to be politicized or not? Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.